We probably all know that time is one of the most important resources we have. And it's the ideal situation when you can do more tasks within less time. And that's what the productivity is all about. However, the catch with the productivity that it's a combination of different habits that come into whole, rather than one thing that makes you productive. If you learn how to dribble the basketball, it doesn't make you a basketball player yet, because you still need to figure out how to shoot the ball, how to pass the ball, how to play defense, etc. And even after you learn those things, it still takes time and practice to get those things working together and working for you. All that being said, let me share with you my personal top 6 habits that help me to become more productive individual and do more with less. I hear people say sometimes that they don't know what they're gonna do with their day, and then the day passes and they did nothing. And it's kinda so weird for me to hear, because I can't really recall a day the last time I faced this issue. And I think this is a keystone of the productivity change. Ability to know what to do with your day is crucial to become a productive individual. And don't get me wrong, there's no magic involved in here.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
It's not that I wake up and since the moment I open my eyes, I immediately know what I'm gonna be doing throughout the day. But it does take some morning planning for me personally. There are multiple ways you can go with planning your day. It can be journaling, time boxing, but the best proven method I find for myself is a simple to-do list. Take 5 to 10 minutes every morning, open your favorite note-taking app or grab a piece of paper and just write down a couple of things you want to accomplish today. When you do that, here's a little trick that can help you with that. Divide your to-do list into 2 parts. Highlight of the day and remaining to-do list. Then think about 1 or 2 things that you want to accomplish today, and if you accomplish them, you will feel productive about yourself. For me personally, it's usually some bigger projects like recording this YouTube video, but it can be something as small as calling your grandma that you wanted to do for 2 weeks but you didn't do that. Put all of your effort into the execution of this task and put it into your highlight of the day to-do list. Then if you complete it, you will feel productive about yourself, because it's literally the mental agreement that you made with yourself. If I make this task, I'll feel productive. You made it, feel productive about yourself. Secondly, there's remaining to-do list. It still consists of the tasks that you want to accomplish today, but they are less important than your highlight of the day tasks. If you have time to do them after you accomplish your highlight of the day, awesome, you can proceed with them. If no, that's fine and you can postpone it to tomorrow. Some people emphasize the importance of weekly planning and monthly planning. I tried it and I like to focus on one day at a time. Put all my efforts into that one day and accomplish as much as I possibly can. And obviously there are a few exceptions. I mean, I still have weekly goals like hit the gym 3 times a week or record 2 YouTube videos a week, but that's a little different and I try to keep it high level. Ability to plan your day is crucial, but the execution of this task is just as important of a skill. One of the biggest game changers for me was when I acquired a habit to focus and not divide my attention. Before I figured it out, I was doing things like spending time with my partner Aurora while trying simultaneously to schedule content for my clients, etc. And after doing it for some period of time of me multitasking across 2 completely separate fields, I figured that it resulted into me neither giving my full attention to one field or the other. Eventually, the content that I was providing to my clients was not at the level I wanted it to be, and Aurora was not receiving as much attention as I wanted to give her. That being said, I found out that it's extremely important to understand when to do one thing and when to do the other thing. And there are a lot of productivity techniques that can help you with that. Time boxing is one of them and is definitely super helpful when it comes to that. It's basically selecting a specific period of time and putting a task into this time box. That way I know exactly that from 2 to 4 p.m. I'm gonna be filming a YouTube video today. And then from 4 to 6 p.m. I'm gonna be going to the gym. Time boxing will give you an ability to focus on this specific task during this period of time and dedicate your full attention towards this task. Then there is something that is called Pomodoro technique. It's based on the belief that you can increase your productivity if you work in a small burst of 25 minutes of time and then take 5 minutes breaks, which can help you to increase your motivation and creativity. I made a separate YouTube video about the productivity methods that help me to increase my efficiency. I'll leave a link somewhere here or here, so feel free to check it out anytime. Now let's talk about the next habit on the list, which is optimization of the environment. This one kinda supports the ability to stay focused, and when you combine them two together and you are staying focused in an optimized environment, you are unlocking the full potential of productivity. Think about the optimization of the environment as a big umbrella that includes small little things that help you to optimize your environment as a whole. Let me tell you about the few things I practice to optimize my environment. One of them is non-negotiable and it's a no-brainer. Just flip your phone screen down. I almost always have the sound off on my phone so I don't hear the notifications, But when I work next to a computer and I see a phone being screened up, I still see the notifications popping up and I still have that craving to check it. So when I flip it upside down, I mean the screen down, I don't have those notifications anymore and I don't have that internal craving that much. Or when you know that you're gonna be working on a certain project and you don't need your phone for that, just leave it in the other room, like completely forget about it. Now when that internal craving to check your phone appears, you will need to get up, walk to another room, check your phone, come back, so you create more friction between you and the task, and then you are less likely to do this task because of the increased friction. Another huge thing for me when it comes to optimization of the environment was to make my workspace actually enjoyable to be at. Here's a fragment of the video when I'm in front of my actual workspace, and as you can see, I have a little plant next to my computer, I have a little digital frame, and I have a little picture hanging on the wall, some LED lights on the side. So basically a couple of things to make my workspace more enjoyable to work at. Additionally, almost always when I work, I use some incense sticks or I use a candle. And the funny thing, since I started to do it from the beginning, like since I moved here to light an incense or a candle when I started to work on something, now I actually associate the smell of those things with the state of work, so whenever I smell them, I kinda going into that focus mode. If you guys find this video useful so far, I would highly appreciate if you subscribe to the channel and support me in this way. I post a lot about productivity and self-growth, so hopefully you'll find something cool for yourself here. And now let's move to the habit number 4. The problem with productivity is often related to just making the first step, just starting the task. And here's where the guru of productivity, the author of the Atomic Habits, James Clear, can help us with. He developed a so-called 4-step framework to making a habit stick, but those 4 steps can be applied to actually starting a task. Make it obvious, make it attractive, make it easy, and make it satisfying. Let's say that one of the items on your to-do list is to stretch your body. How you can make stretching more obvious? Put the yoga mat in the middle of the living room and just leave it there. Now, it's not hiding somewhere in the closet where you cannot see it, it's right in front of your eyes, and every time you go to the living room, you will see it there. Or you can install a wallpaper on your phone that will be related to stretching, and every time you unlock your phone, you will see that you need to stretch. Secondly, we need to make this action attractive. One of the ways you can make stretching attractive is to get some nice stretching clothes, for example. Or buy yourself a nice stretching mat, like that Lululemon mat that everyone wants. If you see it in your living room, you will be actually more attracted to the act of stretching. It's obviously an investment, but ask yourself a question. Is it a worthy investment if it's gonna help you to stretch your body more? We got first 2 principles figured out, and to make it easy now, what you can do is you can set the exact time and the exact location in your house where you're gonna stretch, and that way when you need to do that, you're not gonna wonder when you need to do that, where you need to do that, you all have it set up in your calendar. Let's say you want to do it from 3 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. in your living room. Now you made it easy for yourself, you don't need to wonder about that anymore and you just need to execute on it. And lastly, make it satisfying for yourself. There's different ways you can make it happen, but one of the most proven ones is to introduce yourself to a reward system. What it means, you can basically start a challenge with yourself that for the next 20 days you're gonna be stretching every day, and if you do that, you're gonna buy yourself that nice t-shirt that you wanted to buy but you kinda didn't feel like that. And that way you will feel good about yourself now because you will feel like you deserve that t-shirt finally. When you know all of those things, the ultimate level of productivity can be reached through the habit of using and building systems. Systems basically provide you with the ability to automate the process. You can be the expert in all the previous productivity habits that we talked about, but someone who uses systems will always be 1 step ahead of you or multiple steps ahead of you. Take this YouTube video for example. What I was doing when I was just working on my first couple YouTube videos, I was just opening a wide blank Word document and was writing my YouTube script there from the complete scratch. Then somewhere else I was storing thumbnails ideas, somewhere else I was storing editing ideas, etc. And here is what's happening now after I analyze this process a little bit, learn some lessons and build some systems. Firstly, I have a brief idea of what I want this video to be about, so I wanted to visualize the concept before I even start writing a script. So I went to Figma and built a board of a high-level structure of this video. Then I went to Notion, opened my Creative Cloud tab and added this video to the videos database. And I don't need to jump around from one software to another, from one folder to another, etc. Then I opened the page of this video in database and I already have pre-made template that I use for every video, so I already have a backbone structure of the video. Afterwards, I just need to take care of the script based on my Figma board. And to do some research for this video, I used some basic help from the AI tools like ChatGPT or Perplexity AI. Finally, when I was ready to record this video, I knew what I'm gonna do because I did that before, so I did it now. I opened my Notion page, I had everything in one place, everything structured, and I just sat down to record this video. All I'm saying that the systems and the software that made those systems are the huge element of the productivity journey. They can take over your manual work and make the processes more seamless for you. Experiment and find out the tools that will work best for what you're doing. I posted a video recently with my favorite productivity software, so I'll leave a link somewhere here and feel free to watch it anytime. Now let's move to the last and sixth habit of progression over perfection. Winston Churchill once said that perfection is the enemy of the progress. And it just makes the perfect sense because there will be nothing ever that is perfect, right? There will be always things that you can improve, but it should not stop you from making progress. Sometimes there will be days when you will not be able to finish your highlight in a day in one day, or maybe one of your tasks took longer and now all of your time blocks are shifted. In cases like that, don't be harsh on yourself. Just accept the situation and complete the task, or think about how you can improve those systems so it doesn't happen next time. Remember, productivity is a journey. Obviously you want to strive to perfection, but you need to understand that you will never be able to achieve it. So be happy with your progress, be happy on those steps you're making towards that success. Try to work on improving yourself and improving your systems, and everything will work out eventually. As you can see, productivity is more than just one thing that you can do and be golden. It is a combination of smaller habits and bigger habits that all need to work out eventually to enable you to do more with less. It's just like an example of time blocking. You can learn how to do time blocking and set a time block to study from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. But if you don't know that you need to flip your phone upside down, you're gonna be constantly distracted by the notifications of your phone, and 2-hour block will turn into 30 minutes of learning. All that being said, explore different habits, try them, and see what works best for you. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. If you like it, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It will help me tremendously. Check out some of my other videos, and I'll see you in the next one.